Hello, I'm Janet Barksdale, your host of Potpourri. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Now today we have with us the amazing Winsome Sinclair as well as Donald Jarmond. We're going to be talking to them today about some of the great projects that they have going on with WSA. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming. How are you all today?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Sure, you're welcome. Now, Winsome, I'm looking at everything that you've done, and I just can't believe 25 years.
I know. I started when I was 12, so that, just so you understand the math.
Well, I can tell. That's just wonderful. You look great.
Thank you.
So 25 years of experience. So tell us a little bit about how you got started, what's your driving force?
Well, you know what? My driving force is that I love making people's dreams come true. I started out with Spike Lee on the film Mo Better Blues, and basically I started out as an intern. I wrote Spike a letter and I asked him for the opportunity to learn. Wow. And his executive producer, John Killick, who does the Hunger Games now, called me 2 days later, and ever since I've been doing this.
Wow.
Never look back.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, Donald, where do you come in as the managing partner? How do you make this whole movement just come together?
Well, I talked Winsome into coming down to Atlanta so we can open up operation here because the opportunities are endless here for film right now. And, we got together. I handle development and operations of the business so that we can go ahead and move forward because we want to do some more films that we can produce actually and move from the casting side and keep evolving.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. Because Atlanta, there's so much going on.
Oh, yeah. Last year, I believe Atlanta did $3.2 billion worth of industry.
Now, that's interesting. I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, it was $3.2 billion. And, once Donald sat me down and we did the math and we met with people like Roger Bob from Bobcat Studios or Alpha Tyler over at BET, everybody said the same thing because they've been longtime affiliates of mine. But they kept saying, you got to come to Atlanta. You got to come to Atlanta, which is what Donald had been saying anyway. And I just said, you know what? Yeah, maybe it's time.
Right. Now, just even in watching the news, I've noticed I have seen a lot more filming being done in Georgia.
Yeah. Absolutely. You guys got the Hunger Games. You guys got everything going on here. More filming is going here than I believe even Los Angeles or New York right now.
And one of my favorites, The Walking Dead.
Absolutely.
Love
it.
Actually,
a fellow FAMU and Rob Hardy does a lot of directing for The Walking Dead of Rainforest Films.
Okay. Awesome. Now, I know you do a lot of directing as well as casting. Is there a favorite for you? Or
well, casting directing is my passion, but we're moving into producing and consulting as well.
Okay.
Because with 25 years of experience and the affiliates that we have here and the relationships that we have here, we think we have something to contribute on that avenue as well.
Okay. So any upcoming projects?
Actually, we're working on a project now for HBO. Being produced by and starring Queen Latifah. It's the Bessie Smith story.
Wow.
And we're going to be shooting here in Atlanta starting this month.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, we're very excited about that one.
So, Donald, how are you helping out with that project?
Well, I'm doing the musicians casting part of that. Tying in with a lot of people actually that I do know here that are musicians, and I also do events, so I'm familiar with that side of the background for Atlanta. So just making sure we lock them in, and if they need to, they can come to WSA, our website, WSAentertainment.com, and submit their pictures, bios, information, resume, and they may have an opportunity to be on this film as well.
Yeah, because we're actually looking for thousands of extras, so we need people to email or mail us their photos. They can also email us at bessieextras@gmail.com so that they can actually be in this film. Because it's a period piece and it takes place in the 1920s, every extra has to be pre-fit. So we're starting that on Wednesday, and we'll be going throughout the entire film till August.
Okay. Now, there's so many people that are competing essentially to become actors and actresses. How do you go about that selection process?
Well, you know what? As casting directors, we're basically the middlemen. We're the ones that make sure whatever the director is looking for. And the director of this film is Dee Reese. And Dee Reese did the critically acclaimed Pariah. And she got rave reviews at Sundance, and she teamed up with Queen Latifah and HBO on this one. So she's written it and she's directing it, and she's a she's a brilliant, brilliant filmmaker.
Wow, okay. So Donald, in terms of making those selections, where do you come in? Are you the second opinion type guy? Or, how do you help Winsome make that decision a lot of times?
Well, it's a collective effort. We sit down, we look at it, we evaluate, and it just makes sense just to pick what looks best, what fits, because it's a period piece. So, there's different requirements involved that's just doing a regular casting. So, you know, we'll both just look through them, and in my opinion is this one, hers is that one. She overrules, but I still ride with her.
I have
So
an
she has the
amazing
final say so.
I have an amazing team, though, because Team
Okay.
WSA, especially Team WSA Atlanta, I'm so proud of the crew that we have now.
Well, that's good. That's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. I am my team. I'm as strong as my team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading that you offer workshops as well, Blueprint.
Yes.
Tell us about Blueprint.
The Blueprint series is for beginning actors, and I really want to encourage, you know, we're going to start doing it again this summer, but the Blueprint series is for actors that are coming into the industry. And the thing that I noticed about Atlanta actors is they want to be able to compete on the level of New York
Yes.
and LA actors, but part of the way you can do that is find out how it's done. And one of the things they have to do is invest in themselves. So, you know, when you come to the workshop, we teach you about getting your taxes done. We teach you about, you know, because there's a business to this, about best headshots, photographers, you know, a great monologue to choose. We give you pertinent information that makes you more viable in the competition.
Okay.
And not only that, though, to add with Blueprint Series, we also have a program called SOAR, Start Owning the Audition Room. And that's to teach them how to walk in and get that role, get that part, what they need to do. Because there's a lot of things that's simple, but a lot of the new actors don't know. And they walk in without knowing, and they might lose it just because of something they said or did just by coming in the room.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
Absolutely. So those are two programs that we offer.
So sometimes when it comes to finances, and a lot of people are out there, they call them starving artists, you know, and people are trying to get that big break, and, you know, they just don't a lot of times have the finances to get the headshots done, to,
Well, you know what we do? We understand that, as like I said, with 25 years of experience, I understand economically the challenges of being an actor. So anything that we would sort of show you, it's not to break the bank, but it's the investment in your career so that there will be a payoff. You know, I tell actors all the time, you shouldn't be spending $500-600 on pictures. No, that's
Right.
crazy. You know, you can get a good headshot done for somewhere between $150 and $250. But what I stress is smart actors, do your homework. Do your homework and do your research. Don't let anybody just tell you anything. In this information age where we have the internet, do your homework.
Okay. So just really emphasizing that it's an investment in yourself.
Absolutely. And any
Okay.
career you want to go into in life, you would have to invest in yourself.
Yes. Now, you hear a lot of times people talk about this it factor. Does that really exist in acting?
Absolutely. I mean, there are people that when you meet them, I remember when I met the late, great Tupac Shakur, you knew this kid was something special. You know, he had something amazing going on. So when we did Juice, you could tell that something amazing was going to happen with this person. And we've had that happen time and time again over the years.
Okay.
There is an it factor. It's real. It's very hard to explain.
Yes.
But when you see it, you know it.
Okay. So who have been some of your favorite people to work with
Oh my
that
God.
have that it factor?
Well, I mean, in front of the cameras and behind the cameras, like I mentioned, Tupac Shakur definitely was a blessing to work with. I've worked with Denzel several times in his career. Behind the scenes, John Singleton, Spike Lee, some of the most brilliant directors that I've met with Steven Spielberg. Just to be in the room with him in a production meeting, you knew you were in the presence of greatness.
Absolutely.
You know, so I've had the benefit of working with the it factor in front of the camera and behind the camera.
Okay. So working on films like Cadillac Records, I mean, just you have such a catalog of work.
You know what? That I gotta give that to God, because I'll be honest with you. The only job that I ever went after was Amistad. Every other film on my resume, somebody came after me.
Wow. Well, that's really good. And then you're also putting yourself in a position to help others.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we owe it, because I started out with internship for 25 years. I've always had interns. Many of my interns have gone on to great careers of their own, and I feel like, you know, you have to pay it forward. You have to invest in the next generation, because they're the ones that are going to carry us through. So if I can open a door as somebody opened a door for me, then that's the goal of what we do at WSA too.
Okay. Now, Donald, how did you get involved? You know, what's your driving force in this industry?
Well, you know, like I said, I noticed a lot of things happening in Atlanta as far as film, the transition, what was coming down here, the projects that were being available, and the opportunity. So I took advantage of it. I made sure we got spiritually connected and contacted each other last year, and I forced her down here. No, I invested in her. You know, I said, hey, let me come to New York. I'll come, we'll work.
Yes.
I'm showing, hey, you know, I'm ready to make this thing happen. And then she saw the opportunity. She said, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
So we
Did my homework.
Yes,
My homework,
which
and he
is
showed me what I need to
important.
see. Absolutely.
Yes. So this is fulfilling work.
Absolutely.
Can you
Absolutely.
see yourselves doing anything else?
I can't even imagine. I mean, when I was 9, I knew I wanted to do something that made other people's dream come true, and something that I loved it so much that I do it for free. And, God hears your prayers. You know what I'm saying? And this is actually, this career chose me. I didn't choose it. I'd never heard of this growing up. You know what I'm saying? But when you put it out there, spiritually the universe responds.
Yes. So as a casting director, who do you want to work with that you haven't been able to get your hands on yet?
Well, I'm a casting director first, but one of the reasons I love what I do so much is that I'm a fan of the craft, and I love good actors. I love great actors. I would love to work with Don Cheadle. I would love to work with Sean Penn. You know what I'm saying? I have my dream list, but and there's new actors coming up, so I love the craft because I admire what they do so much in front of the camera.
Okay. Well, that's very important, to love what you do.
I love it.
To love
Absolutely.
it. Okay. Well, I just want to thank you all so much for coming today. It's been a pleasure. Definitely a pleasure. Is there anything else that you want the viewers to know?
Well, WSA is in Atlanta.
Yes.
We're working on many projects. We're working, like we said, on the Bessie Smith project. So email your photos in, bessieextras@gmail.com. We're working with Moguldom Films. So we're doing some projects with them, documentaries as well. And just reach out to us because we're here.
All right. Well, that sounds good. How about you, Donald?
She wrapped it up. I don't
She
have to say
wrapped it
anything.
up?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much. And I really have enjoyed speaking with you guys. And I
Thank you
wish
for
you
having
just
us.
continued success.
Oh, thank
because
you,
I can
thank
tell
you.
that you both love what you do.
Absolutely.
You're passionate about it, and you really are changing lives.
Absolutely.
Thank
That's what
you.
we're here for.
Yes. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back with more Potpourri.
It's time to join forces. Get energized. And fuel up right. Because starting today, every kid in America has a mission. Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan,
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
downtown,
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live.
our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Hi, welcome back to Potpourri. Today we have another very special guest, Dr. Vimala Pillari, which is the Dean of Social Work here at Clark Atlanta University. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for
Thank
being a
you.
part of the show. Now, tell us a little bit about what the department does. What's the main focus of the Department of Social Work here at Clark?
Oh, I'll be glad to share that with you. The School of Social Work is called Whitney M. Young Jr. School of Social Work. It's named after, of course, Whitney M. Young Jr. And my school is about 95 years old. It's the oldest master's program in social work, just not in the state of Georgia or in the United States, but in the whole world. It's the first African American school of social work in the world. And we have trained social workers for all these years, for 95 years. And since I've been here from 2008, My school has grown from 112 students to about over 400 students. So we're growing rapidly at this point. And the school has also many other areas of interest like research, so on and so forth. And we have right now a new grant coming on board, and that's going to be on developing a clinical PhD program.
Wow.
And we have another research grant for child welfare, and the third one is we're building a families and children research center, which is very close to my heart. And what we really want to do there is to deal with domestic violence, dating violence, teaching young boys, young African American men about self-esteem, being responsible, so on and so forth. And that's a dream I'm working towards as well.
Okay. So Clark, essentially, you know, it's a one-stop shop.
Yes.
For graduate studies and social studies.
Yes. We have a bachelor's, a master's, and a PhD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's great for everyone to know. So if anyone is interested in getting that type of degree and following that track, Clark is definitely the place to be, right?
I absolutely agree with you, and thank you. Yes, and we have great faculty.
Great. Now, you've been a dean at 2 other universities prior to coming to Clark, correct?
That's correct, yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, I was the founding dean at Newman University in Kansas, and again a founding dean at Dominican University in Illinois. And founding dean simply means putting everything together, doing the accreditation, hiring new faculty, hiring new staff, and building the schools. And both the schools are doing extremely well now. And then I had been in African American universities before, so I chose to come to Clark Atlanta.
Okay, outstanding. So you actually established those programs.
Yes, I did.
That's amazing to put your stamp on a program that way and watch it grow.
Yeah, it is. It's like having a child and seeing the child grow without too many problems. Yes.
Right. So what have the differences been for you, you know, going from 2 prior universities and coming to Clark? What have been the differences in some of the things that you found very rewarding?
What I find very rewarding here is the school is established already. So all I need to do is make it grow. My vision is to get the school well known in the country and in the world, and that is why we have the Families and Children Research Center. So faculty can do research work, and right now I think every one of them, about 6 of the new faculty are producing, writing, publishing, getting in grants, and as they do that and write, we get to be known. And we are going to be hiring more faculty in that fashion, and doctoral students. Our doctoral students are very productive. We have a young lady here who's been working with me. They write, they publish as well. So,
wow.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about some of the workshops that you do.
Okay, the one I really would like to talk to you about today is about Steve Perry. He is from CNN, and he has his own school in Connecticut, in Hartford. It's a magnet school, and he's the principal of that school, and he comes from Hartford, Connecticut. And he was born when his mother was 16 years old, 3 generations of poverty. Wow. So he really wanted to get out of it, and he went to college. He went to Rhode Island College to get his bachelor's degree in political science. Then he went to University of Pennsylvania to get his degree in social work, master's in social work. Okay. And then he got his educational leadership from University of Hartford. And we were very fortunate to talk to him recently, and he was very willing to come and do a workshop for us, and it's called Social Work, Ethics, Power and Persistence. It's on June 26th. And it's going to be a great workshop. He'll be here at 10 o'clock, and he's going to make a presentation. And then we have 4 workshops after that, and 5 CEUs. So the workshops will be on direct practice, and I can just kind of read that a little bit to you. Direct practice, and that's about hip-hop culture, on marriage, education, and family among African American young adults. And the other workshop will be on DSM-5. And then we have a workshop which starts at 1 and ends at 6 on ethics, just purely on ethics. And then we have a workshop on policy, which is human trafficking and child welfare reform. And we have another workshop on agency leadership. So we have a lot of different things that our faculty, no, actually it's our agency people who will be doing the workshops for us, and we give away 5 CEUs.
Oh, so it seems it's going to be something for everyone, you know,
Yes.
that's in a social work discipline to benefit from this workshop.
Yes, and also like counseling and other helping professions can come for it, as marriage and family counseling people, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And the place where they can, in case they want to register, can I say that?
Sure.
Yeah,
Please.
they have to register at www.steveperry.eventbrite.com,
Okay.
or they can call 404-880-8399 to register for this workshop.
Okay. Well, that's great. So you have 2 different ways that people can register via phone or via internet.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Now, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about the books and publications that you've published.
Oh, okay. I can tell you a little bit about myself. Okay, I have written about 9 books, and my books are on really on families and children. That's my chief interest. And I did a book called Scapegoating in Families: Intergenerational Patterns of Physical and Emotional Abuse. And I've done another book on pathways to family mythology. And then I've done books about divorce called Shadows of Pain, the pain that we go through when you go through a divorce, for the children, and the adults. And I've written textbooks on human behavior and the social environment. And I have a textbook also on social work practice, which talks about, principles and how to work with people. So these are some of the books I can. And then I've written a book on myths in family therapy, and I'm working on a book also right now, but it's going really slowly because we are working on accreditation.
Okay.
And it's called Pearls and Teardrops.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is that going to be based on?
That is also about a family, which could be any family that is in poverty, where the mother uses the child, her daughters, to prostitute themselves to make money for the family. And I met the daughter, and I worked with her. And so the book is coming out of that. It's a really moving history about how young people who have been abused struggle to find themselves, struggle to be their own person.
Okay.
And that's the book. And I must share with you that Steve Perry has also written a book, and that's our speaker. And it's called When Push Comes to Shove. Let me read the title, exact title.
Okay.
Push has come to shove, getting our kids the education they deserve,
Okay.
even if it means picking a fight. So this is a very passionate man, Steve Perry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both of you all.
Thank
Both of
you.
y'all are very
Thank
passionate about what you do. And
Yes.
where can we find your books?
You can go on the internet and look for them, or they can be in the bookstores.
Okay.
I know they're in Barnes and Noble. Yeah.
Okay. Amazon.
Amazon is good enough. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Steve Perry's as well.
Oh, absolutely. And
Okay.
yeah, I would like you to get Steve Perry's book right now because he's coming to do the workshop for us.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's great. It sounds like a great book, and
Yeah.
it sounds like it's going to be just an amazing workshop.
Right.
So I definitely look forward to the results, and I hope you guys have an amazing turnout.
I hope so, and I really thank you for even saying that, because we're looking for a big turnout.
You're welcome. Now, I just want to thank you so much, Dr. Pillari, for coming. We appreciate your work. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank
and
you
I
so
mean,
much.
your credentials, they speak for themselves.
Thank you. I am passionate about what we do, and it
Yes.
just comes. Yeah.
Well, I just want you to know that we appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming. And also, you want to go ahead and give the information again once more for the
Yeah.
workshop. How can people register for this workshop?
Okay, for the workshop, it's called www.steveperry.eventbrite.com.
Okay.
Or they could call 404-880-8399.
Okay, and it's June 26th. And
June
what are the
26th.
hours?
It starts at 10 o'clock and ends at 6.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much for having me.
Thank you for tuning in to our show today, and we hope you guys have had a great time and learned a lot. Thank you to our special guests, and until next time, we'll see you on Potpourri.
matchsticks, matchbox, matching tie to matching socks. You don't know why, but you're really special to match point, match game. You and I are not the same, but I can tell that you're really special to me. There is something I can give to make you laugh, to help you live. We're the perfect match, and you're really special to me. We're the perfect match, and you're really special to me.
It's time to join forces. Get energized and fuel up right. Because starting today, every kid in America has a mission. Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
Packers, Viking, Packers, Viking, Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown,
Downtown.
Optimist,
We come to different conclusions.
half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live
our families,
united.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at ready.gov/business.